Let's get serious. Habaki!
What is going on, everybody? NutsLiverXOX here, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. I know, it's not the apocalypse. I'm doing Black Ops 3 video. But I figured it would be a good backdrop for what I'm about to talk about. Because Infinite Warfare has finally been revealed. The multiplayer has. And the zombies has as well, because COD XP happened last weekend, just now, recently. So now we have all the things. So I'm going to make this video kind of a pre-beta, because there is going to be a beta, and we're going to talk about that later. But there is going to be a beta. I'm going to make this kind of a pre-beta, like, thoughts on the game. What I've seen in terms of gameplay. I did not go to COD XP, obviously. But from the gameplay that I've seen, from the trailers that I've seen, from the things that I know about it, from all the reading and researching and things that I know about the game, what do I think about it so far? And let's get right into it, shall we? So we're going to start with campaign. The campaign actually looks pretty good. I think it looks really, really Mass Effect-y, kind of, with less storytelling and less choices, but it looks actually pretty good. The sci-fi theme is pretty cool to me. You know, don't start dislike bombing this video. Oh my god, she likes sci-fi. Yes, I like sci-fi. You know, I'm not that big of a fan of Call of Duty going to sci-fi, but it's not like it's like the worst thing in the world. I mean, they could do it right. They could do it better than Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare did. Who knows? I don't mind it going to space, personally. I think the campaign actually looks pretty cool. I think the characters look pretty cool. I think the cutscenes look pretty cool. I like how there's no loading screens that we've seen so far. Apparently there's no loading screens. It looks pretty badass. I'm actually pretty excited for the campaign. You know, Infinity Ward traditionally has done campaigns very well. Ghost was ass, but we'll just ignore Ghost and hope that they can do storytelling better in the future. Back to their Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 level of storytelling. But yeah, I'm actually optimistic for the campaign. I like how you can do any mission in any order. I like how it's like there's like strike missions like Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is one of my favorite Call of Duty campaigns of all time. So I'm very, very excited for the campaign. The zombies actually looks pretty badass as well. I like the whole funky space zombies in the 80s vibe. I like how there's gonna be like fucking actual licensed 80s music in the background and fucking David Hasselhoff. I think it looks badass. You know, one of the biggest gripes I always had with zombies was it was just so scary and dark and depressing, and it's like, fuck's sake, just give me a happy, fun map for once. Just give me a map that I feel like happy and have fun in, and just kind of just dork around. Which is weird because some of my favorite maps in zombies are like Mob of the Dead and things. But anyway, I'm optimistic about the zombies. I think it looks pretty badass, and I think it's gonna be pretty fun. You know, the characters look fun, the weapons look fun, the game looks fun. It just looks like a fun time. If anything, the zombies in the campaign are gonna save this game. Now the multiplayer. Let's talk about that. The multiplayer, from what I've seen from the reveal, looks like Black Ops 3 2.0, and that's not a good thing. If you haven't already seen my last video I put up yesterday, talking about Black Ops 3 and what I think about it, you should go check that out first, so you know a baseline of what I feel about Black Ops 3 in the first place. But I saw the trailer for Infinite Warfare, and I'm like, okay, so we're doing the boosting thing again. Obviously, you can't have a Call of Duty game nowadays without the boosting. I've accepted the boosting as a part of Call of Duty at this point. And to be honest, from what I've heard from people that were there, the boosting is actually slower than Black Ops 3, which is good. The slower, the better. It's still there, though. and hopefully it does a good job. I'm actually optimistic because I've traditionally enjoyed Infinity Ward games better because their time to kills have been higher because their hit detection has been better. The worst part about Treyarch games has always been their hit detection. When you can't shoot, when you shoot somebody in the face and they don't die because the hit detection is so garbage in Treyarch games. But the hit detection is very, very good in Infinity Ward games. So I'm excited for that. You know, and people are saying it's like a Ghosts meets Black Ops 3 thing, which I liked Ghosts as a game. You know, the camping and the boringness of it sucked, but as a game, you know, in and of itself, it wasn't that bad of a game. Like in terms of a gameplay perspective, Ghosts was all right. So I'm optimistic in that regard. The thing that I'm really, really, really worried about, and the thing that scares the living shit out of me, they are bringing weapon variants back from Advanced Warfare. The thing that broke Advanced Warfare more than the exosuits, in my opinion, were the weapon variants. Unbelievable that they're doing this. Unbelievable. The weapon variants in Advanced Warfare were completely overpowered, and from what I've seen from some of them, they're almost Advanced Warfare levels of bullshit. And this scares me a lot. Now, granted, you know, you can get, you kind of get like scrap to craft whatever weapons you want. So you're not totally, you know, reliant on RNG to get the shit you want. The problem is the fact that it's there, and the problem is the fact that you have to balance around it. You have to balance around these overpowered weapons, and you have to balance the base guns around these weapons. And you can't do that. You can't balance that way. It will never be balanced. The game will never be balanced if you have that much shit in the game. Supply drops are going to come back. They're going to price gouge us again. I'm very, very worried about that aspect of the game. You know, customization, not going to be there, because you got to do the specialist thing. They brought the specialist thing back. Not a fan of the specialist thing. I really don't like how they've just copied the specialist thing from Destiny, because everybody loves Destiny PvP, because it's such a good fucking mode, apparently, for everybody else. I don't know. I'm very worried about Infinite Warfare's multiplayer. Everything else, I'm actually optimistic about, but Infinite Warfare's multiplayer scares me. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to like, subscribe if you did. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.